Hi, it's Steve Baker with the Great Game of Business again, and I'm thrilled to have Rob Levin from Work Better Now to chat with me again today. How are you, Rob?
Awesome, Steve. And how are you?
Great. It's always good to see you, man. I know that we tend to get into these conversations about the value of having the right help and how difficult it is to not only attract but retain good talent. Um, what I'd like to ask first is, what you do best, and why is an assistant an absolute must for every business owner and leader out there today?
Yeah. Well, as you know, Steve, we do more than assistants. We're now doing 40 different roles, but we still place a lot of assistants for just for the reason I guess you were kind of inferring, which is every business owner should have an assistant and actually must have an assistant. But let me explain why I not only do I feel strongly about it today, but 5.5 years ago when my partner and I started the company, we started the company because we felt that strongly about it. And I could speak personally when I got my first assistant 10-ish years ago, it changed my life. I mean, it enabled me to have multiple businesses, to have a personal life. But let's think about this from a couple of different perspectives. So
Let's do
the
it.
first is think about the business climate today and the business environment today. There's so much change going on, right? There's AI. Your clients, your customers are buying differently. You have to market differently. Your team wants to be managed differently, right? They actually want this thing called work-life balance. What a shocker, right? There's all of these things going on. Your products might have to change, your strategies have to change. And how are you supposed to have time to think about these things when you're doing not only all those things that come with being a business owner, like putting out fires, but all of the administrative work, whether it's scheduling appointments, monitoring your emails, staying on top of projects. I mean, I can go on and on and on. To do those things now as a business owner is really insane because you have to remember that the company is depending on you
Yeah.
to think about all of those strategic things going on. Nobody else in the company is doing it,
Right.
right? And nobody else has the insights
Mhm.
99% of the time. You need the time to do it. And an assistant is as Dan Sullivan Strategic Coach says, might be the best investment you can make in yourself and in your business because it's giving you that one thing that money can't buy, maybe except in this situation, which is time.
Yeah,
And
it's
we need
time.
more time. And that I'm not even going to go into, getting more time to have a little bit more of a personal life, which most people would like to have.
Well, and there's the priceless aspect, right? Is you don't get that time back either. So you started by saying, and we've talked about this quite a bit, but I don't think we delved into there are 40 different positions, not just assistants. But let's talk about the value. So at the top, we need to make sure we're working on the business, not in the business. So an assistant helps us there. Let's go through and talk about some of the other key things and why you added them.
Well, let me first start with why we added them, because actually we didn't kind of add them. Our clients took the lead here. So,
Ah,
every business owner should have an assistant. Our clients are hiring assistants. It's great. It's going great. What turned out, what we saw happening is clients were hiring 2 people, 3 people, 4 people. Hey, this is great, but how many assistants do you need? No, 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 Rob, what we're doing is we're actually hiring. It turns out that this person's great at marketing. So I'm going to move them into marketing and I'm going to hire another assistant for myself. And oh, I found somebody who's great at customer service and they have some experience there. Great, I
yeah,
put somebody in in service. So we pivoted the company. This goes back to 2020, I think, 2020, 2021,
hmm,
where it's not just about assistance, it's about providing amazing remote professionals.
right.
And as you know, and I don't know if the entire audience knows, all of our professionals that we provide for our US based clientele are all based out of Latin America, working out of their homes. And it turns out that um, they have an amazing work ethic, they have incredible experience, an owner's mentality. Their English skills are incredible.
Yeah,
Um, and when you add on top of that, that when you work with a company like us, and there's other companies like us, a talent provider, can actually cut down that hiring process from 6 to 7 weeks to 2 weeks. And chances are our recruiting department might be a little bit better at screening candidates than you. So we'll take what is probably the least favorite thing that business owners do, maybe next to letting go of people, which is hiring. And we've made the process a lot easier. You get great people, and it's a lot more affordable too.
What I love too is that you shepherd people through the whole process, so they don't have to become a recruiter in order to do the right thing and find the right talent and vet a number of different people. You make that process so much simpler. So now you've explained why you did it, because customers were asking for it. Can you describe a few of those 40 different positions that are the most popular?
The most popular ones, marketing coordinators, first and foremost. In fact, we now have marketing companies that do like fractional CMO work, where a small or mid-sized business will hire them, and they're doing CMO or marketing director level work, and yet there's nobody in the company to really do the execution of the marketing work.
Yes.
So they will then say to their clients, hire somebody from Work Better Now. We'll be on the interviews. We'll help hire this person, hire a marketing coordinator. And it's a very effective, not to mention affordable solution. So marketing coordinators, a lot of people, we're putting a lot of people in different types of bookkeeping support roles. Mm-hmm. So whether it's just somebody who understands QuickBooks, or maybe somebody on the receivable side or on the payable side, project management and customer service are two roles that are coming up pretty quick. And then there's like a whole bunch of roles that you wouldn't even I wouldn't have imagined. So we have companies in construction where they have to do a lot of estimating, right? It's part of the bid process. We have estimating coordinators that are helping out, making, estimating departments are always overwhelmed, and it's really brutal, right? You put out 10 different estimates and you're probably getting one in return. And so we have a number of construction companies that are turning to us for that. And then, one of my favorites is we have a lot of logistics companies. Mm-hmm. One of them, a friend of mine here in New York, has one, RDS, same day delivery. And he has about 8 or 9 of our people. One person is a traffic safety coordinator, and he's in Panama. So I was like, wait a second, tell me how this works again. He said, Rob, look, I had this project on the shelf for 10 years. I know there's an opportunity here. All of my drivers have an app on their phone, which I guess through what a phone can do today, can determine and give a score with respect to how safe they are on the road. Okay. And of course, the safer they are, more the insurance drops. Insurance is a big expense, and it's getting bigger. So he hired somebody from us that I guess had certain attributes that he was looking for. This person reviews the logs or the reports from the app. Yeah. And has a meeting, I forgot if it's every week or every month, with the drivers, who are incentivized to bring their score down. And he's doing it all from Panama. It's pretty cool.
It's amazing, not only that it's remote, but it's a great example of self-funding, right? That behavior that's being driven by the accountability rhythm is making the whole thing happen through reduction in premiums, is what I'm presenting.
That's right.
That's what's coming to mind. That's amazing. Right. Well, you're always blowing me away with these great stories. Rob, how can people find you?
Workbetternow.com.
Could it be easier?
Couldn't have been easier. And we always have webinars coming up. We have some e-guides. We want to help companies, small and mid-sized businesses, do 2 things. If you're a business owner and you don't have an assistant, we want you to have an assistant. You want to get one from us? Great. Just get an assistant. Okay. And the other thing is, there's a talent crisis going on, and we're helping companies deal with that. And we have a number of e-guides, and there's always webinars coming out on how to attract, retain, and optimize talent. And one way to do it is what we do, which is nearshoring. But there's some other things that we share as well, as I did at the conference in Kansas City.
Yeah, exactly.
Workbetternow.com.
Workbetternow.com. Rob, thanks so much.
Thanks, Steve.
Being here, man.